The main objective of U.S. Special Envoy Keith Kellogg's visit to Ukraine is to assess the situation on the ground, especially in light of intensified Russian airstrikes and a potential new offensive, political analyst Volodymyr Fesenko told RBC Ukraine. Not just a presidential meeting. While Kellogg recently met with President Zelensky in Rome and may meet with him again, Fesenko emphasized that the primary goal of this visit is not ceremonial. Instead, Kellogg aims to gather first-hand intelligence from within Ukraine. I believe Kellogg's top priority is to evaluate the military and security situation himself, through direct observation and conversations with Ukrainian military officials, said Fesenko. He'll want to understand the current state of the front, how realistic it is to halt a potential Russian advance with U.S. assistance, and which weapons Ukraine urgently needs, not just air defenses like Patriots. Focus on human resources and war readiness. Fesenko also noted that Kellogg may raise concerns about manpower shortages at the front and explore Ukraine's capacity to sustain a prolonged conflict. He'll be interested in whether the country's rear lines can continue to support the war effort, especially given speculation about a new Russian push later this summer, he said. Kellogg will also likely assess public morale and political developments in Ukraine. He'll be trying to understand whether Ukrainians are mentally and politically prepared for a drawn-out war. Fesenko added, "This is crucial for someone in his position as the primary point of contact between Ukraine and the Trump team. What to expect from the U.S. Fesenko believes that today's scheduled meetings between Trump, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, and German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius are no coincidence. These may lead to announcements about renewed or expanded military support for Ukraine, but likely funded by European allies. The first aid package, Fesenko said, will probably focus on air defense systems and missiles. Only afterward will decisions be made regarding other weapon types the Ukrainian armed forces require. Renewed American military support could also put pressure on Russian President Vladimir Putin to return to the negotiating table. Putin had counted on U.S. disengagement from Ukraine, Fesenko explained, but renewed aid might change that calculation. He also suggested that sanctions will be on Kellogg's agenda. Discussions will likely include what additional sanctions could be imposed and how to increase pressure on Russia, all in an effort to force Moscow back to peace talks, he said. U.S. diplomatic push to end the war. In recent months, the U.S. has quietly held separate talks with both Kyiv and Moscow. During one such meeting, Washington proposed a full ceasefire, a move Ukraine quickly supported, though Russia responded with its own set of demands. In early June, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz called Trump potential key to ending the conflict, provided the former president pressures Moscow into serious negotiations.